Salam. Welcome back to my podcast, The Conversation Piece. I am your host, Akila. Salam. Welcome back to The Conversation Piece. We're going to pick up with part 2 of the conversation that I had with my special guest last week. And we were talking about social media. The race to the top seems exhausting. In the age of social media, what people do to get views and likes can be astonishing. From risk putting themselves or others in danger, from taking off their clothes, from buying actual followers, as if the quantity of your followers somehow validates you as a person. I'm not hating, I'm being real. Quantity sometimes does not equal quality. I've seen people on various social media platforms show off their homes, their shoes, their clothes, vacations, their children. Yes, their children. It's gotten to the point where people will exploit their kids for follows, as if pedophiles and other perverts don't lurk on the internet. But this showing off and putting every aspect of your personal life online creates more problems than it benefits. People see that and it can create competition. It's like, oh, they have so-and-so, I need that. We get it annually with cell phones. For instance, Apple and Samsung come out every year with a new phone. And people like trained sheep line up to get the latest. And then they post it, right? Like, I got mine. Are you jealous yet? Like, who needs a new phone every year? Your phone is literally a year old. I had a phone once for 10 years, but that's me. I hear you right there. That's me. It can also create anxiety. It can create unwanted glares, unwanted attention, ungratefulness by others. There was an influencer on YouTube. I'm not going to name him because he has haters. In fact, someone broke into his house and stole some of his belongings that he was flossing and showing off on YouTube. Like, he actually showed off his house, like, so people knew where he lived. But not everything warrants a social post. How many people are in debt trying to keep up with people who have the means to do so? So we pick up the part 2 of our conversation talking about social media. Here it is. I want to talk about like this whole fascination with people trying to gain followers and likes, and what is your view on that?
Social media is literally such influence I see on my generation. Almost sad because that has literally taken over like people's brains. Their first thought when they go to eat, let me take a picture of this food and post it.
Mm-hmm.
They go out to the beach. Let me take a picture of the beach right now. And I'm not saying like I don't like take pictures of food and where I go and stuff like that. But my purpose isn't to show off or to try to convey a different lifestyle to the people who follow me, though. Most of the time, the pictures I take, I literally save them for myself. But people who really have like this mindset where I'm like, their life is social media.
Mm-hmm.
You see it take like a toll on their social health, their emotional health. Even if they don't see it, they're comparing themselves to other people all the time.
Right.
Likes, comments. That doesn't determine like how good you are as a person. Like, sure, the popularity. But popularity, like, all that is, like, temporary, though. And so you see, I feel like it's a big distraction. Now people take away, like, their time from, like, education. They take away their time from this and that. Because, let's just say there's 24 hours a day, 23 of those hours are on the phone. Mm-hmm. So it's just, like, it's like we're brainwashed. You can literally see it. People's personality is social media. Like, there's nothing there. It's all for, like, it's like a fake. It's like they persuaded themselves. I mean, they convinced themselves that they're, like, living in this like fake like persona that they've created though. It's fun though. I'm not anti social media, but it's just like you can see how it's really like an addiction. Like it's literally like a lifestyle on its own. The people who really like dedicate every single move of theirs to social media, though.
You said it changes you said it changes their attitude? What do you mean?
Like in a way, like who they are as a person in a way. And then the examples I brought up were like, let's say like emotional health. With the comparing with other people, like the models that they see online and stuff like that, they see that they're getting all these likes and comments, they're popular. So then they feel like that's the beauty standard. And so you see a lot of people like plastic surgery, for example, or they get insecure about stuff they would never be insecure about before. It's just, it changes like how people view themselves, how popular they are. It's just like, it's like they're not living for themselves, they're living for let's say their Instagram page or something like that, their Snapchat. It's like they're living for other people in a way. So I feel like it changes them because it's like they're not enjoying the moment, they're literally enjoying it for like whatever they post, the amount of likes it's gonna get or something like that. That's what I mean. It's just like other aspects that probably wouldn't have been the way they are now if it wasn't for social media.
So how do you think people can change that?
Honestly, I don't know, because everything you see now, like businesses and everything, it's like they use some kind of form of media, whether it be social media or just like apps like DoorDash, so like that. Everything's just all this in this like electronic world. So it's like, if anything, we're straying closer and closer to this problem than away from it. So I think in order to get away from it, I mean, it's already there though, you know what I mean? Unless they were like to wipe out these apps or something.
Yeah,
and the problem is there, like it's out. Like there's so many accounts.
Yeah.
There's so much time spent on this stuff. It's like, I don't know. I don't know if they're going back unless they make a drastic change.
I think you have to like start like incrementally like just put the phone down for 15 minutes for a day, then put the phone down for 30 minutes a day, then put the phone down for 40, like that. Because there have been times when I went out on my phone for like a weekend and I felt great. Like I try to like be addicted to my phone. Yeah.
But it's usually like addicting though. Like my friend, she'll delete some of these social media apps like during the daytime or something, like because she knows she'll be tempted to press on it if it's there. So she deletes it like the whole app and then just re-downloads it whenever she's done with everything she has. And I think that's a good example, like productivity that you can, like the amount of stuff you can complete without your phone. And so that makes me question though, like especially my generation, if we're like the upcoming next generation of like who's gonna be like in the workforce for the most part. So like let's say like different like fields of like work and stuff like that. I feel like there would be such a big difference if we didn't have phones and we put this amount of time to like education and stuff like that. Like I really wonder if there's gonna be like, of course there's always gonna be people like interested in the medical field, right? But I wonder with all the social media, like people aren't even like giving themselves the time to open up to a field of work and everything's just Instagram. Like I wonder if there's gonna be like a shortage of like certain amount of like let's say doctors or lawyers or this and that. Like it's like we're gonna be straying away from that into, but there's gonna be more models. There's gonna be more like Instagram, like I mean social media influencers. So like I wonder if like it's really gonna show once we like my generation becomes middle aged, like when we're supposed to be working, if there's like a big difference because we didn't put this amount of time towards like what's kind of like needed.
Well, the thing is that what they're finding is that this incessant need of people always posting every single moment of their life, and some of that they're posting inappropriate content, but yet your your potential former employer, they're checking now your social media accounts to see what you're posting, what you're about. Sometimes some organizations they do use it as a like a criminal background check, but that's the like it's like people need to stop and think, because I don't think there was any kind of proper social media etiquette training. It's just like this is something people just fell into. Of course, your generation, you guys are quicker with it, and some people are playing catch up. But I don't think people stop and think about the harmful effects of social media.
Yeah, and it's crazy, especially like my phone gives me the screen time thing, like at the end of the week or whatever, and it shows how much like I average a day on my phone. And when I see that amount sometimes I'm like in shock. I'm like, there's no way, because I think about, imagine if I put that much time towards like studying, like, or preparing for college or whatever. Like, it scares me how much could have been done, and like, let's say even how far ahead I could be right now if I didn't spend that many hours on my phone each day. Because those hours a day total up to days, total up to weeks, total up like to months that you're just like on your phone. And it's just like, I don't know. I feel like it's fun. It's definitely fun in my opinion, but it's very like detrimental to the amount of productivity that you see putting out now. Thank you for having me.
I'll talk to you again. Thank you so much.
Okay.
All right.
We'll schedule another meet. We'll collab.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
No problem.
All right. Bye.
Bye. I want to thank you all for listening and allowing me into your space. I hope you will join me again. Until next time, remember, when you start a conversation, start it with peace. Assalamu alaikum.